Hello dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the most famous Gharana of Laikari, that is Agra Gharana. In our previous lecture we discussed in great detail about Gwalior Gharana. As we all know, the Gharana system has been developing along with the Dhrupad Gaiki in Hindustani classical music in the Mughal Empire. The fall of the Mughal Empire forced the musicians to move to princely states of Delhi. During this, the musicians that moved to Agra were known as musicians from Agra Gharana. As mentioned earlier, Agra Gharana is well known for its Laikari. This Gharana is a tradition of Hindustani classical vocal music descended from Nauhar Bani from the time of Alauddin Khilji. Around 1300 AD. It is one of the earliest gharana. It is one of the earliest gharanas of Hindustani classical singing, blending Khyal and Dhrupad style. Although the Agra Gharana was not popular in Agra, it had patrons all over India and was being kept alive by many classical singers. Now, let us learn and discuss about the history of Agra Gharana. The great singer Tansen's son-in-law Haji Sujan is considered as the founder of Agra Gharana. The first known musician of this Gharana is Nayak Gopal. From 1790 to 1880, Ustad Ghagge Khuda Bakhsh introduced the Khyal style of Gwalior Gharana into the Agra Gharana, which he learned from Nathan Khan Pir Bakhsh of Gwalior Gharana. It means Gwalior Gharana is the oldest Gharana and all other Gharanas were originated from it. Different Gharanas at different periods of times reigned supreme due to the personalities and musical acumen of their protagonists. Due to this, there were some changes in all Gharanas, including Agra Gharana. Now, I will share screen and show the famous vocalist belonging to Agra Gharana. Yes, I think now it is visible. Okay, first one is Ustad Fayyaz Khan, then Zohrabai Agrewale, Pandit Babanrao Hardankar, Shrimati Lalit Rao, Ustad Vilayat Hussain Khan, Pandit Shri Krishna Ratanjankar, Dr. Sumati Mutatkar, and Subra Guha. Okay, yes. Now, let's see how the style of Agra Gharana developed over a period of time. Ustad Fayyaz Khan later introduced several nuances to the musical form through voice modulation and stress on alap, opening section of Hindustani classical recital, and the rhythmic patterns of bandish. Here bandish means bada khyal and chota khyal. It means melodic composition fixed with words to a cycle of beats. Then Ustad Fayyaz Khan has created with founding the proper Agra Gharana. This school of music stresses on the melodic aspects of the rag and replete with ornamentation. I will give an example of Fayyaz Khan's style of gaiki through a voice or his audio clip. Do listen it carefully. I will share it. 1 minute. Ustad Fayyaz Khan. Yes. It is Rag Darbari. Listen that style and voice production. This is the Nomto Malapi. This is the speciality of Agra Gharana. This is Laikari. Bandish start. See the voice production. Okay.
Hey, I am going for a vacation.
Okay. One sec. After listening to this clip, we understand the singing style of Fayaz Khan. And this style developed and became popular in Agra Gharana. Okay, after this, now we will focus on the style of Agra Gharana. The style of singing of the Agra Gharana is the unification of Khyal and Drupad Gaiki. While the disciples are being trained, the Guru teaches them both the Khyal and Drupad factors together and not separately. The method of singing notes of Agra Gharana needs the projection of voice to be more ample and dynamic than it comes across in khyal singing. The method of singing notes of this gharana is also suggestive of Drupad, where swaras are sung open and bare, with no grace notes. There are some rather outstanding features of this gaiki, most of which are typical to the Agra Gharana. To maintain the purity of a rag, singing bandish with respect to tal, melodious lays, and singing with the words Nom Tom Redana and Dhala Sur are some of the prominent features of this Agra Gharana. Singers in Agra Gharana apply open and powerful voice while singing. We had just listened Fayyaz Khan's record and we can understand it. Thus, singing of this gharana is more forceful than other gharanas. Let's listen one voice clip with included Nomto Malapi by Pandit Kamlakar Bhatt Sirsi. This is only Nomto Malapi. Listen carefully. A sound is producing always. A vowel. This is Rag Purvi. This Nomto Malapi is adopted from Drupad Gaiki. Through this alapi, rag is established. Okay, yes. After listening to this clip, we understand the Gharana adopts a kind of voice production which releases on a flatter version of the vowel sound A. Re, then, every time they use this nomtom alapi with vowel sound A. This makes its music agreeable to its rhythmic variations. This voice production is suited for deep masculine voice which lays on bold, full throated, and robust voice production, and singing in the lower register is favored. Most of the singers use broad and powerful ornamentation, means gamak in musical term, extensive glides, means meaned, and resonant articulation of notes. Agra Gharana artists following Fayaz Khan's style resort to the Dhrupadik Nomtom Alap before singing the Bandish. Yes. Now we will discuss on Laikari, the main feature of Agra Gharana. Agra Gharana is prominently based on Laikari. Their artists are great masters over Laikari or rhythmic component. In fact, Laikari is the lasting foundation on which the singers build the edifice of Bandish. Agra Gharana singers have specifically of singing tihais as a climax while performing. The bandish of this gharana start from different matras of the specific tal. So, while of expanding the rag further, different types laikari is done by the artists. This becomes on an unique feature of Agra Gharana. Now, let us hear a voice clip of one of the most famous artists of Agra Gharana, Pandit Babanrao Haldankar. I will share it 1 minute. Yes. This is Rag Jaunpuri, Pandit Babanrao Haldankar. You can find all the features of Agra Gaiki in his singing. Every artist start with Nom To Malapi, huh? This is Fayyaz Khan style.
कैसे करूं न संग नरकया सखी, कैसे करूं न संग नरकया संग संग नरकया सखी, कैसे करूं न संग नरकया संग नरकया सखी, कैसे करूं न संग
Now listen the rhythmic different rhythmic patterns. Huh? This is some.
मोरी सास नदिया कैसे करूं मन संग या सखी कैसे करूं न संग या सखी कैसे करूं मन संग या सखी लड़ गया लड़ गया कैसे करूं संग या सखी लड़ गया कैसे करूं कैसे करूं संग या सखी धन धन भाग आज मोर जाग धन धन भाग आज मोर जाग धन धन भाग आज मोर जाग आया मोर सजन पिया कैसे करूं संग या सखी कैसे करूं संग लड़ गया सखी कैसे करूं संग लड़ गया सखी
Play करें.
कैसे करूं संग या सखी
Singer can start any beat and complete the cycle. Tihai. It is called Tihai. 3 times.
Hey, अरे ये रात को ऐसे घंटे घंटे गाने के
Wow. Yes. I hope you all like his fascinating voice and it helped you to understand the features of Agra Gharana. Um, Now we will revise once the all the features of Agra Gharana. For that I will share one screen for you. Main characteristics of Agra Gharana. Okay. Yes. So important points that highlight the Agra Gharana. Number 1, this is the only Gharana that has still continued to sing Drupad Dhamar along with Nom Tom Alap, Khyal, Thumri, Tappa, Tarana and Hori. The style of singing of the Agra Gharana is the unification of Khyal and Drupad Gaiki. Number 3, Agra Gharana is well known for its laikari. Number 4, singers of Agra Gharana apply open and powerful voice while singing. Thus, singing of this Gharana is more forceful than any other Gharana. Number 5, the method of singing notes of Agra Gharana is also suggestive of Drupad, where swaras are sung open and bare, that is with no grace notes. Agra Gharana artists following Faiyaz Khan's style resort to the Drupadic Nom Tom Alap before singing the Bandish. Got it? Okay. Okay, then bye for now. We will meet on our next lecture with Jaipur Gaiki. Okay, see you. Bye.